to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello, everybody. Songfather here for the Songfather Show on the 11th day of July 2019. And it's a surprise because I didn't think I'd be doing the show tonight, but circumstances arise and responsibilities take precedence and all that other bullshit. But I'm here anyway, so... right now, I don't know where it is by you, but here on the island of Long, it's starting to look very ugly. It's been for the last hour or so, getting dark and the wind is blowing up and it looks like it's going to be some kaboomers coming. So, we see what happens. So let's start off with some good news. Gretchen Rossi and her husband Slade, they brought their daughter, Skylar Gray, into the world today without a hitch. Mommy and baby are doing well and healthy, so, the prayers were answered, and the long wait and all the different things that they tried all came true, and it was all worth every bit of it, I'm sure. So God bless them and the family, and little Skylar Gray, who doesn't have a thing to wear, the poor baby. Oh, man. Okay, so... let's get, and 7-Eleven is also 9 years ago today. I met Bella and her daughter and her brother, and when I was doing a book signing, and it's been up and down and over and out and in and out, and I hate you and I love you and I want to kill you and take the knife out of my throat and I'm sorry. And I'm like kidding, kind of, but so 9 years already. Wow, it's pretty good. If you put the actual, no, I won't go there. But anyway, so it's nice. It's a nice memory, and it'll always be seared into our hearts. I know that for sure. No matter where the path leads us in life, if, side by side or on different sides of the country, I don't know. But just happy. We call it Happy Borders Day because that's why I was doing my book signing in Borders. So. Okay, let's get to some of these things here. First of all, the passing of Jim Bouton. Very good pitcher for the Yankees back in the day, as they say. And he was 80 years old. He wrote the book Ball 4, kind of a little bit of a tell-all what goes on inside the four walls of the Yankee Stadium locker room. Oh! And, he got a lot of flack for it when he did it, but good guy, good book. So, our prayers go out to him and his soul and his family and friends. And I don't know. I mean, it's already been on the news, so I don't know, how much of a news thing I'm going to bring you people. But did you see the guy that went crazy in the bagel place out here on the island of Long? He came in to order something. I mean, he looks like he's about 50, 60 years old. I don't mean that as an insult. He is. That's where he is, somewhere around there. But he's 4'11", and tries to stretch it to 5 foot every once in a while. When he's really angry, he's 5 foot. And I don't know, somebody behind the counter, I think he's very sensitive to it, and I can understand that, but... And so we came to order his bagel, and somebody behind the counter must have smirked or something, and he went nuts. And he went and picked a fight with a 6'5" guy, and they ended up having to tackle him and calm him down because he was like losing his mind. He looked like he was going to take out an Uzi and start killing people. And then he issued another of his own, another video recording that he was in a 7-Eleven or something. And the guy behind the counter was from Pakistan, and he had the nerve to ask him how tall he was. So like, wow, yeah, he better get to counseling quick, really, yeah. When you act like that, you bring it on yourself, It was that a wrong question to say? How, by the way, how tall are you? Probably, you don't know the guy. The guy walks in, hey, how tall are you? So obviously he's very sensitive to it, but to the extreme that he took it on these two occasions, and supposedly there's more. It's just he needs to go talk to somebody. I know. How about the wizard? Oh man, I'm sorry. I had to do it. So in 18 states in the United States of America, hot dog buns and hamburger rolls are being recalled because there's pieces of plastic in them. Really? Yeah. Somehow it must have got in there, in the production. Well, there's not a hell of a lot of production when you're making bread, for Christ's sake. I don't understand how plastic gets in there. So are they trying not to scare people and by not saying it might have been done intentionally? I don't know. But how do you get plastic in bread? I don't know. And I really would like to know. And I will save that for later. Another liquor has been, that's crazy, but another liquor has been discovered on social media. And there was a guy caught by the Taco Bell cameras. So this wasn't done, for the sensation of it. He had a stack of the tacos, that your food goes in when you order it. And he's licking all the tacos. That's it. I mean, I stopped fast food a long time ago. I stopped bread a long time ago, and, and I missed that. I used to love to have a sandwich, but whatever. But fast food, I stopped a long time ago because, I heard some horror stories from people that worked there, and, when somebody ticks them off, and, we had a big argument about it, and they even almost got into a fist fight because I was saying, I don't care how rude the customer was, you can't do that. It's product tampering. It's you're making somebody sick. So I think this trend, whatever you want to call it, is going to kill the fast food industry, and it should. And my dad taught me very early in life, never piss off the bartender or the waitress until after you're done with whatever you're having. I remember now. So, all right, so let's get to this first song. Put these together really quickly because I wasn't going to be doing a show. And so I put together a couple of my favorite, kind of crooning. And then we got a special request for New York. New York we'll do as the last song of the evening. And tomorrow we go back to baseball. I'm already starting to feel the November withdrawal because I don't know what's going to happen with these Giants this year, but I'm way ahead of the game. So let's start off with this beautiful song by Mr. Dino Crocetti, and it's called An Evening in Roma. You know I love that song. Come bella c'è la luna, brilla strette come tutta bella passeggiare. Down each avenue and via, brida strette, you can see them disappearing two by two on an evening in Roma. Do they take them for espresso? Yeah, I guess so. On each lover's arm, a girl I wish I knew. On an evening in Roma. Oh, there's grinning and mandolining in sunny Italy. The beginning has just begun when the sun goes down. So please meet me in the plaza near your casa. I am only one and one is much too few. On an evening in Roma, don't know what the country is coming to, but in Rome do as the Romans do. Will you? On an evening in Roma. Oh yeah.
The beginning just begun
when the sun goes down. Como bella c'è la luna, brille strette, strette come tutta bella passeggiare. Sotto il cielo di Roma, don't know what the country is coming to, but in Rome do as the Romans do. Will you, on an evening in Roma, sotto il cielo di Roma, on an evening in Roma. I like rolling my R's. I really do. Okay, so all right, let's hit a couple other things here. No. I'll save that because it's too sad. How about this? If you've seen it yet, they're advertising it as a wonderful way to remember those who have gone on to heaven, and they make jewelry out of the deceased's teeth. You understand? Teeth. Make rings out of them, necklaces out of them, so you can always have them around. Let me tell you something. If you need to take somebody's teeth after they passed away to remember them, you aren't that close. I mean, come on. It's the things that these people come up with, and they're not cheap, and people are buying them. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, if somebody tells me I got 3 months to live or 3 weeks to live, I'm taking all my teeth out. That's it. Now what are you going to do? Oh, here's a nice nipple ring I got from my dad. My son would never do that. When he was, I'm going to say 4 years old, maybe 5, between 3 and 6. That would be 5. My Uncle Mike had passed away. Oh, I'll tell you exactly when it was. He was 6. And so we go to the to the wake, which is in Astoria at Ferengi's, a very good friend of the family. And so a lot of the people that were there with children Sonny's age, a little older, but I don't want to go in. Okay, stay outside. And I was never that kind of a parent. I was like, don't make the house quiet when they're an infant, because then the slightest noise, wakes them up. So I would leave the TV on, have conversations and stuff like that. And it was the same thing here. So I had to talk with him like I always did. We're going to go in, and Uncle Mike has passed away. He's going to be up in the front of the room. So I explained the whole thing. And I'd like you to come with me. And if you don't want to, then you just tell me I don't want to, and then I won't force you. Yeah, okay, I know, I'll be all right then. I said, all right. So now we go walking in, and the Italian hellos. It almost took as long to say hello to everybody as Uncle Mike was on this earth. And so now we go walking up, and I got his hand, and we're about halfway up to the casket, and he stops, dead in his tracks. And I turn around, and what's the matter? I said, what's the matter? Can I ask you a question? I said, yeah. What's on your mind? What's going on? Because look, I know that we have to go up and say a prayer and everything, but why? And he says it's so loud, it's the first hour of a wake. There's really a lot of whispering, and by the evening comes, it's like you forget that the person's even up there. But so he says very, very loud. I understand that Uncle Mike has gone to heaven, and we have to go up and say a prayer. But why did they have to cut him in half? We all went crazy. What's in a kid's mind? All he knows is that he's walking up, and he looks, and he only sees half a body. I'm like, wow. So as he got older, I told him, when I go, I want a bar in the corner with plenty of sambuca. I want all my songs playing. Throw a few Elvis in there and Frank Sinatra, and I want you to put, when you kneel at the casket, I want you to put like a button underneath it, so everybody that kneels, a fart sound comes out of the casket. And they said, and then I want you to make sure that they cut my legs off. Remember that? Remember when you're about Uncle Mike? And he goes, yeah, Dad, I remember. I said, well, I want you to cut my legs off and make a table out of them and put the prayer cards on the table. And obviously, of course, to this day, he still says, remember what you wanted me to do when that day comes in 100 years? I said, yeah, I still want you to do it. But anyway, so I got off on the subject because teeth. We're taking teeth now, really? Really ridiculous. So starting this Sunday, I don't want to call them raids, but I guess they are. ICE is going in and going to start collecting all the undocumented people. And they're expecting to, I wrote it down here somewhere and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. They're expecting to deport more than 1 million people. They were going to do this before the 4th of July, and the president stepped in and said, no, let's hold off, and blah, 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 blah. But supposedly it's going to start this Sunday. So, everybody say a prayer for the agents of ICE that are going in to do this, for the undocumented themselves, that they don't get stupid and it doesn't turn into a big ugly thing, and people unnecessarily get hurt in this thing. And what people tend to forget is they're not being held here against their will. Maybe they don't, I can understand they don't want to go back to where they came from. That's par for the course, but they're not being held against their will. They're certainly able to go back and come back in the right way. So say a prayer for Sunday. And I did the liquor. So I thought, and I'm sure you'll agree, a beautiful story. A mother is pregnant, and she's blind, and she, you still have to go, whether you're blind or not, you still have to go for your sonograms and see the gynecologist and obstetrician and everything else. So, they have these 3D printers now that can do amazing things, And so they took the sonogram and hooked it up to a 3D printer, and it came up with an exact likeness of what was in the sonogram, but she could feel it like this, and she could feel the ears and the eyes and everything. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps again thinking about it. What a wonderful thing for this woman that, is going to go through life knowing she's never going to physically be able to look at her child. She'll love it the same, and she'll love it through different senses, and I get all that. But here, while everybody else is looking at the sonogram, she could feel it and see it in her mind's eye. Beautiful. Excellent job. Whoever invented that thing is very, very, very not only talented but blessed, bringing a lot of happiness to the world. And then there's people that take advantage of it. And, did you know you could use the 3D printer and make a gun? I'm like, nah, that's bullshit. And I go and look it up. Yeah, you can. You can make almost anything you want with these 3D printers. That's a little scary. So I'm going to try it this weekend with a couple of friends of mine. We're going to try to make hundreds, and just inbox me if you're interested. Yeah, my computer will blow up. So okay, so let's do another song by Mr. Dino Crocetti. Most of them are, except for New York, New York. That's the kind of mood I'm in today. And this one is called That's Amore. Everybody knows it. Getting hit in the eye with a pizza pie. How the hell that equates to love, I have no idea, but it does. I don't know.
In Napoli, where love is king,
Sing along.
when boy meets girl, here's what they say.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the stars seem to shine like you had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you walk down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore.
It's your eye like a big pizza pie. That's
That's
amore.
amore.
When the world sees you shine like you've had too much wine. That's amore.
That's amore.
Bells will ring, and you sing. Hearts will play, like a big tarantella.
Lucky fella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pasta fazool, that's amore.
That's amore.
When you walk down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore. That's amore. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't know what the moon has to do with a pizza pie, but if Dean Martin says that's amore, then that's amore. I got it. No problem. Hey, forget about it. All right, so yeah, we're rolling along here. Here's a beautiful story. Another beautiful story. Chrissy is going to be so happy. Over in India, 1.5 million volunteers planted, 66 million trees, and they did it in 12 hours. Just understand that. I mean, of course, they're trees, but this is for the future. This is to clean up the air. You get 66 million trees going up over in that country. You're going to clean up the air. The oxygen levels are going to go up, and it's an investment for the children and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren and all the way down the line. But for 1.5 million volunteers to come out and plant 66 million trees in 12 hours, that's a concerted effort, and that is a thing to be applauded and maybe learn from. When we complain about doing certain things like recycling and everything else, and what do you got to do? Put it in the blue container instead of the other one. It's a big deal. 66 million trees, unbelievable. Good job. And Big Papi had to go back in for another surgery. This is his third one now since being shot in the back. And the whole story comes out now is that they're sticking to it, so I'm going to go with it. Is that it was mistaken identity. The guy he was sitting next to had nothing to do with a woman, works for the drug kingpin, and there was a little skimming going on and a little stealing going on, and so he was, he hired, I don't know who the hell he hired, Don Knotts, Deputy Fife he hired to do this execution. But just say your prayers for Big Papi. They didn't expect this at all, and now he got into his third one, and there might be a fourth one. They're saying he's stable, but I mean, here's a guy that's in his home country. He's the king, for Christ's sake. When he goes back there, he's just sitting at the bar listening to music, having a couple of drinks, and he gets shot by some blind assassin. I mean, what a horrible, horrible story. But so get well, Big Papi. I always hated you when you were at the plate, and then I loved you every other time. And I used to scream at the TV, said, don't pitch to him. Walk him. I don't care. Walk him. Bean him. Hit him in the knee or something. Take a knee. But, yeah, so get well. Get well, my friend. And, wow, that's not bad. We're getting through this pretty quick. Say prayers for, in Indiana, a police officer by the name of Brent Long. He was serving a warrant with 2 other cops, and they knocked on the door, and this guy opened fire and killed him. And so, there's a guy just doing his job, doing what he's supposed to do. You know what's being said about there. Cops are lazy. Cops are this. Cops that. Every second, everything that they're doing, nothing could be taken for granted. Nothing, except Starbucks. That's about it. So, you're going up and you're knocking the door. You're going to serve a warrant and then gone. It's horrible. Left behind a 9-year-old daughter and a 3-month-old son, and of course a wife. And so, what do they do now for the rest of their lives? Guy was just out doing his job. Wasn't a chase scene. Didn't come up on an armed robbery or anything else. Wasn't doing anything wrong. Just serving a warrant. Terrible. So, again, there's another thing. Let's put our prayers up and for his soul and prayers for his family. And, I'm sure the police department and the neighborhood, they said they're going to do whatever they can to, take care of his family in his absence, which is forever. So, and the guy was brought in alive. I'll just leave that out there. And then Gio Urshela, the phenom third baseman for the Yankees, has been out for a while. And, there's no other way to put it. He hurt his hiney. And he didn't go with them on the last road trip before the All-Star break. And he had some tests and MRIs done. And I'm just going to say this is how the news came. I'm not going to embellish on it. I'm just going to say this. And his MRI of his arse came back clean. They could have said it a couple of different ways, but, the MRI of his ass came back clean. Oh, good news. Yeah. Uh-huh. So he's really busting his ass for the Yankees. You can't make it up, boys and girls. Taco Bell, I told you about. Ice, the 3D, the trees. Oh, the mom out here on the island of Long, I told you about a week ago. That killed her twin 2-year-old daughters. It was like there was a lot of ambiguity in how it happened and where it happened, and because she had told her mother she was going to kill the kids, and she took off in the car, and then the mother called the cops, and they didn't know where she was, and then they found the 2 girls in the car, and it was very hot that day, so they thought they asphyxiated from the heat, rushed them to the hospital, and they were already in cardiac arrest, and they didn't make it. And now she admitted that she held her hand, one like this and the other like this, over their mouth and pinched their nose until they stopped breathing. And then she got out and left them in the car and went on her merry way. And there was a chance, had they had been able to find the kids a little quicker. Long Island's a very, very, very big place. I don't know, 8 million people living here, and how do you don't know where to look. And so they put out the APB and this and that, but they got there maybe a half hour too late. That's how close it was. How sad it is, because she didn't kill them. She thought she did, but they had just went limp and but they didn't make it. So the charges have been upgraded, and instead of manslaughter, it is now 2nd-degree murder. And that's what it should be. And I think we're all in agreement on this, whether you agree with the death penalty or not. You take the life of your twin daughters, 2-year-old, again with the 2-year-old. That's it. I don't want to hear about rehabilitation or life in prison. Oh, she's got to live with this for the rest of her life. Bullshit. I don't care if she's got to live with it. They're not living with it. They can't live anymore. They're dead. She killed them. That's it. Go. Boop. Ready? Say a prayer. Good night. Sorry. But that's, there's just some things that, I know we can't play God, and it's not up to us to do it. But Anyway, all right, so let's get to this next song. Beautiful, beautiful song about a breakup. And he's saying, listen, I wish you everything the best in life. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. I wish you bluebirds. And if you mean that when you're saying it to somebody, you're still telling them how much you love them. That I wish this all for you. Everything that can make you happy, everything that can make you breathe, everything that can bring peace to your life, I wish that for you. I wish I was able to do it, but I wish it for you. Beautiful tune. Come on now, man. All right, everybody, sing along. I wish you... Ready? I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing and then a kiss. But more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. My breaking heart, and I agree that you and I will never be. Wish you health, oh, very most, I'd set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you love. Huh? Beautiful. Beautiful thing to wish to somebody. Or you could be saying, I wish you'd stay right here with me. I'll tickle you. You'll tickle me. I just made that up. Hey! Okay, so let's get to this next one. Another song. Hey, I just realized I didn't put it together this way, but I wish you love as he's letting her go. And then the next song he's singing right after that as he's watching her drive up the block. Return to me. Oh, my dear, I'm so lonely. Hurry back, hurry back. Oh, my love, hurry back. I'm yours. Return to me. For my heart wants you only. Hurry home, hurry home. Won't you please hurry home to my heart? My darling, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. Forgive me, and please say you are mine. return to me. Please come back, Bellamia. Hurry back, hurry home, to my arms, to my lips, and my heart. Ritornami, cara mia, ti amo. Solo tu, solo tu, solo tu, solo tu, mi amor. I love the way that song ends. Sounds like Tino. Tino, what's happening over there? So, all right, let me go down. This list. I think I gotta maybe turn this up a little bit. Too late now, but I hope you're hearing me through this whole song. So, Gretchen and Slade, Smiley and Skylar Gray, we went over. The Plastic, yes. Jim Boughton, we went over, yes. The Poor Police Officer, yes. Teeth Julie, yes. The Maniac, the 4'11" Maniac, yes. Big Pappy, Rochella, Taco Bell Liquor, yep. The Ice Raids, 3D, 1.5 million trees, volunteers, and the mom charged with murder. Good. So, here's the request. I'm not going to say who it is because I want to make sure that he's listening first. And then you'll all see. But I wanted to hear New York, New York. I love it, especially with baseball starting up again tomorrow. Every time the Yankees win at Yankee Stadium. And I said this once before. I don't understand it. I think it's an insult to Liza Minnelli. But when the Yankees win, you hear New York, New York by Francis Albert Sinatra. When the Yankees lose, you hear New York, New York by Liza Minnelli. Not quite sure how that happened. Maybe, Liza and George Steinbrenner, whose birthday was July 4th. Maybe they had some kind of falling out we don't know about. But it's a very weird thing. But we're doing it Blue Eye style because the Yankees always win. Everybody get up. Start kicking. Rockets. Here we go. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. Here we go now. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York. Play ball, Yankees win. Yankees win. Okay, Sonny, calm down. Daddy, I'm going over the edge again. Too late, I'm already gone. So that's tonight's show. A little surprise. Very nice to have it done. Instead of 6, it's going to go on at 7. Everybody's happy and peppy and bursting with love. So, yes, have a good night, everybody. Let's hope this storm isn't misdiagnosed like the last one that came through. The sky still looks that way, and now it's completely not a leaf is moving. And that's what happened the last time. And, you know, Comac and so many other places got hit and lost power, and it's just a pain in the arse, you know. But if you do hurt your arse, make sure the MRI comes back clean. I'm gonna leave you with that, and the teeth and the 4'11" monster that's attacking 7-Elevens and bagel places around New York and Long Island. It's very scary. It's all right. I love you. Thank you very much. Keep it going. I don't know what happened yesterday, but yesterday's total number of views is only 300. Every other one is 1,000, 1,500. I don't know what happened yesterday. Again, who knows with this Facebook? I really don't know what's happening, but let's hope we get back to normal tonight, because it makes me cry. So, all right, peace. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Tina will be the guest VJ, DJ, whatever you want to call it. So make sure that you come in. Love you. I do.